Imagine a life where money flows to you effortlessly, without hours of affirmations, without constant stress, and without feeling like you have to chase every dollar. What if I told you that there's a simple yet powerful rule that could unlock the flow of wealth into your life without any of the usual struggle? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, this rule isn't some secret formula hidden in dusty books or mystical rituals. It's a mindset shift, a subtle yet profound change that's already within your reach. And the best part? It doesn't require you to force anything or push for results. In fact, the more you try to force money, the further it seems to slip away. But when you embrace this one rule, something extraordinary happens. The universe starts to align. Opportunities arise, and money begins to find its way into your life like never before. It's all about the subtle art of attracting without trying, of releasing the tension that holds you back. In the next hour, I'm going to walk you through this simple but transformative rule. By the end, you'll understand why everything you've been doing up until now might be the very thing that's blocking your abundance. Get ready to shift your approach and let the wealth flow in effortlessly. Let's dive in. Financial desperation can have a profound psychological toll, not only on our mental health, but also on our ability to manifest abundance. Constant worry about money creates mental and emotional blockages as fear and anxiety take over our thoughts. When we fixate on financial struggles, we become trapped in a cycle of stress. Each thought becomes clouded with fear of scarcity, which further fuels our desperation to acquire more money, no matter the cost. This constant pressure not only drains our energy but also distorts our perception of reality, making us feel as though we are in a never-ending battle. The cycle of stress and anxiety that financial worry creates is self-perpetuating. We focus on what we don't have, and the more we focus on lack, the more we attract it into our lives. Desperation for money often leads to frantic action, but this energy of urgency and fear prevents us from thinking clearly or making decisions that align with our highest good. Rather than creating solutions, the anxiety exacerbates the problem, reinforcing the belief that money is out of our reach. On a deeper level, emotional burnout directly impacts our ability to manifest abundance. When we are mentally exhausted and emotionally depleted, we lose our ability to align with the flow of abundance. Our energy becomes heavy, and we start to block opportunities from flowing to us. The vibration of scarcity and panic we emit repels the very things we are trying to attract. To truly manifest financial abundance, we must first address the emotional and psychological toll of financial stress. This requires cultivating a sense of trust, detachment, and inner peace, allowing ourselves to step out of the cycle of desperation and into a state of calm acceptance. Only then can we open ourselves up to the flow of abundance. Desperation in the realm of spirituality is often seen as a negative energy that pushes wealth further away. When we become desperate for money, we are emanating an energy of lack, fear, and scarcity, which directly contradicts the abundant flow of the universe. Instead of attracting the prosperity we desire, we inadvertently create a barrier, a resistance to the very energy we are trying to draw into our lives. The more we chase after money, the more it slips through our fingers, as if the universe is responding to the urgency and panic we emit. Fear and anxiety are powerful forces that fuel this resistance. When we are fearful of not having enough, we block the natural flow of energy and abundance. This anxiety tightens our grip on our finances and distorts our perception of the world. We begin to operate from a place of survival rather than trust, constantly reacting to situations from a place of fear. In spiritual terms, this fear creates energetic resistance, an invisible wall that prevents the flow of money from entering our lives. We are so focused on the lack of it that we become energetically disconnected from the wealth we are trying to manifest. The more we force and try to control money, the more we push it away. True financial abundance is not about efforting or exerting pressure. It is about allowing money to flow naturally. When we relinquish control, stop forcing things, and trust in the timing and process, we open ourselves to the effortless flow of wealth. By embracing a state of relaxation and detachment, we become more aligned with the abundant universe, allowing prosperity to enter our lives without the strain of desperation. In the realm of spirituality, the danger of overgripping or tightening control over finances is seen as a direct obstruction to the natural flow of abundance. When we hold on too tightly to money, we operate from a place of fear and insecurity, desperately trying to control every aspect of our financial situation. This tight grip on our finances can actually prevent money from flowing, as it creates an energetic blockage. Instead of trusting in the process, we try to manipulate and force outcomes, believing that this is the only way to secure stability. However, this approach often leads to more stress and less success. The paradox of over-controlling finances lies in the fact that the more we try to control, the less control we truly have. When we are overly focused on planning and micromanaging every detail of our financial situation, we create a scarcity mindset, which in turn repels opportunities for growth. The energy we project becomes one of rigidity and fear, which prevents us from receiving the abundance that's already available to us. We get stuck in a cycle of worry and over-planning, but the results we desire remain elusive. Real-world examples abound of how rigid control stifles creativity and growth in financial endeavors. Entrepreneurs who obsess over every small detail often find themselves unable to innovate or take calculated risks, both of which are necessary for growth. By controlling every aspect of their business or investments, they suppress the creative energy needed for new ideas and opportunities to emerge. When we release the need to control everything, we allow space for new solutions, opportunities, and ideas to arise naturally. Trusting in the universe and letting go of rigid control opens the door to a much more abundant and creative flow of money. In spiritual teachings, the illusion of security that money offers is often seen as a powerful distraction from the true source of peace and safety. Desperation for money creates a clouded judgment, preventing us from making clear, logical decisions. When we are in a state of financial panic, fear takes over our rational mind, leading us to make choices driven by urgency rather than wisdom. This desperation narrows our focus, and we begin to believe that money is the only way to secure a sense of peace and safety. We forget that true security comes from within, not from external circumstances. The misconception that money alone can bring peace of mind stems from a deep-seated belief in scarcity. This belief holds that there is not enough to go around, leading us to view money as a finite resource that must be constantly pursued. When we chase after money with desperation, we are actually feeding into this scarcity mindset. The more we focus on money as the ultimate source of security, the more we push it away. The universe operates on the law of attraction, and the energy we emit when we are desperate for money is one of lack and fear. This energy repels abundance and locks us in a cycle of scarcity. By chasing money in desperation, we often end up in a state of deeper scarcity. Rather than attracting wealth, we create more resistance to it. Money becomes an elusive goal that always seems out of reach, no matter how hard we work or how much we obsess over it. The key to breaking this cycle is understanding that true peace and security come from spiritual alignment and inner trust, not from an endless pursuit of material wealth. When we release our desperation and shift our focus inward, we allow the natural flow of abundance to come into our lives. In spirituality, it is understood that the mentality we hold plays a crucial role in shaping our reality, particularly when it comes to the flow of abundance. The lack mindset, the belief that there is not enough to go around, creates a significant barrier to financial growth. When we focus on what we don't have, we align ourselves with a vibration of scarcity, which directly repels the abundance we desire. The universe responds to the energy we put out, and when we radiate fear, worry, and lack, it's as though we are telling the universe that we are not ready to receive prosperity. Desperation is often a symptom of this lack mindset. It comes from constantly fixating on what is missing and feeling that our survival is dependent on securing more. In this state, we become so consumed by the idea of not having enough that we forget to appreciate what we already have. Desperation comes from the belief that if we don't get more money, we will somehow fail or be unsafe, creating a cycle of anxiety and fear that perpetuates itself. This focus on scarcity keeps us stuck in a loop, making it difficult for the flow of abundance to enter our lives. Shifting our mindset is essential to overcoming this desperation. Moving from a lack mentality to an abundance mindset requires us to focus on gratitude for what we already have. When we recognize the wealth of opportunities, resources, and blessings around us, we begin to vibrate at a frequency that aligns with prosperity. The more we believe in the limitless possibilities available to us, the more the universe responds by opening doors to new avenues of financial growth. By shifting our thoughts from lack to abundance, we create space for wealth, opportunities, and fulfillment to flow freely into our lives. In spirituality, detachment is often viewed as a powerful tool for unlocking abundance. Detachment in this context is not about rejecting money or material wealth, but about releasing the obsessive attachment to financial outcomes. It means letting go of the stress and pressure that come with constantly worrying about money and the need for immediate results. This release creates emotional space and allows us to approach life with a sense of inner calm, rather than being driven by fear and anxiety about financial security. When we detach from the obsession over money, we free ourselves from the chains of stress and open the door for abundance to flow naturally. Letting go of the need for immediate results is crucial to the process of attracting wealth. Desperation for quick financial gains creates resistance because it is driven by fear and impatience. When we are constantly pushing for instant results, we are not allowing the universe to work in its own time. Abundance flows when we trust that the right opportunities will come at the right moment and that we are always in alignment with what we need. The more we let go of the need to control the timing of money, the more we allow it to enter our lives effortlessly. Emotional resilience plays a pivotal role in developing a mindset of financial detachment. It is about building the strength to remain calm in the face of financial uncertainty and to trust in the process. Resilience helps us stay centered, even when we are faced with challenges, and it strengthens our ability to stay detached from the emotional highs and lows that financial situations often bring. With emotional resilience, we are able to detach from the pressure and stress of money, allowing abundance to flow in naturally, without resistance. Through detachment, we align ourselves with the abundance that the universe is always ready to offer. Fear plays a significant role in spiritual teachings about financial manifestation, as it directly impacts the way we attract or repel wealth. The fear of not having enough, whether it's enough money, resources, or security, is deeply ingrained in the collective consciousness. This fear creates an energetic block that prevents the natural flow of abundance. When we are constantly worried about not having enough, we emit a vibration of scarcity, which the universe responds to by bringing more of the same, more fear, more lack. In essence, fear of financial insecurity perpetuates a cycle that prevents us from attracting the prosperity we seek. This fear also intensifies the pressure to get rich quick. The constant anxiety over finances can push us into a frantic state, leading us to make rash decisions and chase after immediate financial solutions. This urgency blocks opportunities because it is driven by desperation rather than trust. Instead of patiently allowing opportunities to unfold, fear causes us to grasp at any chance for quick relief, even if it's not the right opportunity. This misguided sense of urgency makes us more likely to miss the true potential for wealth that is already available to us. By acting out of fear, we close ourselves off from receiving wealth in a more aligned, peaceful way. Shifting fear into trust and calmness is essential to creating an open channel for financial opportunities. When we replace fear with trust in the universe's timing, we begin to align with the energy of abundance. Trust allows us to believe that the right opportunities will come at the right time without the need for frantic action. Cultivating calmness helps us make clearer decisions, and through this inner peace, we attract more opportunities for wealth. By shifting from fear to trust, we open ourselves up to a flow of abundance that naturally manifests in our lives. The journey from desperation to inner peace is one of the most powerful spiritual shifts one can make, particularly in the realm of financial manifestation. Desperation stems from a fear of lack, where the need for money becomes overwhelming and the pressure to secure it intensifies. This constant state of anxiety creates an energy that repels the very abundance one seeks. On the other hand, shifting from this desperate state to a place of calm, trusting energy opens the door for prosperity to enter. When we embrace inner peace, we align with the universal flow of abundance, allowing wealth to manifest effortlessly. The transformational effect of this shift is profound. As we move from desperation to inner peace, we let go of the constant worry and fear surrounding money. This change in mindset allows us to embrace a more balanced perspective, where we trust that our needs will be met in due time. Inner peace brings clarity, as we are no longer clouded by stress and anxiety. We begin to see opportunities that were previously hidden from our frantic thoughts. The more we trust in the natural flow of life, the more we align with the abundance that is already available to us. Practical tools to foster peace and reduce anxiety around financial struggles include mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, and journaling. These tools help us center ourselves, reduce stress, and reconnect with the present moment. By cultivating a regular practice of stillness, we can quiet the mind and create the space for trust and peace to thrive. As we embrace inner peace, we begin to vibrate at a frequency that attracts wealth naturally. The calm energy we radiate becomes magnetic, drawing opportunities and abundance to us with ease and grace. Building trust is a spiritual practice that plays a crucial role in overcoming financial anxiety and embracing abundance. Trusting in the process of life rather than constantly striving to control every outcome allows us to release the tension and fear associated with financial success. When we place our faith in the universe, we begin to see that everything unfolds in its own time. Trusting the timing and process of our financial journey helps us to stay calm and centered, knowing that what is meant for us will come when we are ready to receive it. This shift in mindset removes the pressure to force results and opens us up to the flow of abundance. The importance of trusting the process cannot be overstated. The path to financial security is not always linear, and it often requires patience and persistence. Trusting the timing of our life and the opportunities that come with it allows us to move forward with ease. By releasing the need for instant results, we create space for the right opportunities to unfold naturally. The more we trust in our own path, the more we align with the universal flow of abundance, making it easier to manifest financial success without the stress of trying to force it. Forcing financial success leads to burnout because it stems from a place of fear and control. When we push too hard, we exhaust ourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. This frantic energy does not attract prosperity. Instead, it repels it. Trusting the flow of life and allowing things to unfold in their own time is the antidote to burnout. When we let go of the need to force outcomes and surrender to the natural rhythm of life, we become more open to new opportunities, creative ideas, and financial prosperity. By building trust, we step into a space where success flows effortlessly toward us. In spirituality, the vital role of relaxing control over financial outcomes is deeply understood as the key to unlocking the natural flow of abundance. When we attempt to control every aspect of our financial journey, we create resistance and block the opportunities that could come our way. Financial success, like all forms of abundance, requires a balance between taking inspired action and allowing space for things to unfold in their own time. By stepping back from the need to micromanage every detail, we create the freedom for unexpected results to emerge, often in ways we couldn't have predicted or forced through sheer willpower. The balance between action and allowing space is one of the most delicate but essential aspects of manifesting abundance. It is important to take inspired, thoughtful actions toward financial goals, but it is equally important to trust that the universe has its own timeline. Over-controlling can create a sense of urgency and desperation, which leads to stress and blocks the flow of energy needed for wealth to manifest. Relaxation, on the other hand, allows us to take calm, deliberate actions when necessary, while trusting that the universe is working in the background to align everything for our highest good. Releasing control and embracing relaxation creates the mental clarity needed to recognize opportunities when they arise. The frantic energy of trying to control everything clouds our judgment and stifles creativity. When we relax and surrender the need for constant control, we open ourselves up to clarity and intuitive insight. This space allows new ideas and opportunities to come into our awareness, leading to personal and financial growth. By releasing control, we align ourselves with the flow of abundance, creating a peaceful and open pathway for prosperity to naturally enter our lives. In spirituality, the concept of patience is often seen as a crucial element in the process of financial manifestation. When we find ourselves urgently waiting for money, we can become trapped in a cycle of anxiety and fear, constantly looking for immediate results. However, true abundance is not about rushing or forcing things to happen, but rather about trusting the natural flow of the universe. By releasing the need for speed, we allow space for the universe to bring opportunities to us in its own perfect timing, without the stress and pressure that typically accompany urgency. Patience creates the right energy to align us with the wealth we seek, allowing it to flow to us more effortlessly. Letting go of the urgent need to receive money is one of the most powerful shifts we can make. When we relax our grip on finances and stop obsessing over when money will show up, we release the fear and anxiety that block its flow. This surrender is not about passivity, but about trust. Trusting that the universe has a plan for us and that everything we need will arrive in due time helps to ease the tension we feel around money. By doing so, we can focus on the present moment, knowing that the future will unfold naturally, without the need for desperate action or anxiety-driven decisions. The paradox of waiting without anxiety is that it actually creates space for abundance. When we stop obsessing over the timeline, we open ourselves up to new opportunities, ideas, and possibilities. The more we can let go of the need to control when and how money will show up, the more we allow the universe to work its magic. This space allows abundance to come naturally, without the pressure of urgency. In this way, waiting becomes not a passive state, but an active choice to trust and embrace the flow of life. And there you have it, the 1-hour rule that can shift your financial flow without the need for endless affirmations or trying to force things. I hope this powerful mindset shift helps you start attracting money effortlessly and aligning with the abundance that's already waiting for you. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below sharing how you plan to apply this rule to your life, or if you've ever experienced the power of releasing control when it comes to money. Your insight could help others too. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more content like this. Remember, the more you trust the process, the more abundance will flow your way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.